Racing, sim racing concepts, all in construction and landscaping ride will take it away from the pole. Starting to his outside aboard the 000s tonight, that is going to be Sean Bowers. Braden Finsel out of Fostoria, Ohio, the Finsel Motorsports Slammer Sports Bar. Linder's Speed Equipment ride will take it away from the 3 spot. Kyle Moonen will start in position number 4, Moonen out of Lima, Ohio. John Hine aboard the 71 had such a good run at Williams Grove last week. We'll start 5th out of Kansas City, or St. Louis, Missouri, Jeffrey Barker out of Brewerton, New York in the 513 will take it away from 6th. Joe Backus out of Crook, South Dakota will take it away from position number 7 in the Dakota Ethanol Coast to Coast Racing number 46. And Terry Landis out of Marietta, California, the Yoo-Hoo Chocolate Drink number 661, getting ready to go racing here with a brand new race team under the banner here this year, or starting with this race, I should say. The Kreitz Racing Coast to Coast Racing Sim Team. Brand new team rolling out here tonight. 8 laps the distance here for heat race number 3, and we are green flag racing off turn 4. Oh, and look out, we're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Here comes Finsel. Down to the inside, flexing some muscle right off the drop of the green. As Bowers will take it to the cushion in turn number 4. Finsel tried to follow him there, and he's going to get crossed up here by Kyle Moonen. Oh, and now Finsel's into the wall. Oh, boy. Finsel's car just made a hard right-hand turn into the concrete. I don't know what happened, if he jumped the cushion, lost control, or what the situation was there. It didn't look like it was contact that sent him that way. So back racing here, no yellow flags in our heat races or consies tonight. Again, this is week number 7 of the spring series for the GForce Racing League. We compete here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Next week, we go to the Eldora Speedway in Ohio, followed by the GForce Racing League's first ever attempt at the Fairbury Speedway. Cannot wait for that. Going short track racing here with the GForce Racing League. Field is coming up on Braden Finsel in the F1 to put Finsel a lap down. Mark the videotape. You don't hear that very often here in the GForce Racing League, as Finsel is one of the stout competitors here in this series. Was the very first winner of our championship night here for the GForce Racing League just over 6 months ago. As Sean Bowers, who I am pretty sure Bowers was a transfer out of the Rebels division tonight, comes down to take the checkered flag. Moonen is in there for 2. Clevenger will finish 3, and John Hine continues his hot streak. Hine will bring it home in position number 4 to transfer into tonight's A main. So we want to welcome everybody that's watching us here tonight on the GForce TV YouTube page, as we have just completed heat racing action for tonight's program. And we are getting ready to go with tonight's C-Main. C-Main cars getting gridded up here on the front straightaway. It looks like there will be 7 cars, I believe. Make that 6 cars. 6 cars will take the green flag. We're only going to take 4 to the B main. And folks, I'm telling you, there is some top talent here in the GForce Racing League in this C main. All 6 of these cars are typically A main competitors on a week-to-week basis. And here they find themselves in the C tonight. Let's show you the starting lineup. Going away from the pole, driver that got caught up in that lap 5 incident in his heat race, Trevor Grabeau in the 110 out of Rochester, Minnesota, the Vanderbilt Race Cars team ride will start pole. Starting to his outside is the new driver out of the Kreitz Racing, Coast to Coast Racing Sim Team, Number 661 out of Marietta, California, that is Terry Landis. Jesse Bandy aboard car number 157 out of Rochester, Minnesota, will start in position number 3, starting alongside the 23, Scotty Edwards out of Kansas City, Missouri. And out back on the field, these will be two guys to keep your eye on. Braden Finsel out of Fostoria, Ohio, had a tough break there in heat race number 3. He finds himself deep in the C main tonight. He'll start 5th alongside Jonathan Short out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Kreitz Racing coast-to-coast racing sim team. Coast-to-coast sim racing team, I believe it is. I apologize, Roger and Preston. I'll get it before the night's done. So here we go. 10 laps the distance, 6 cars, the top 4 go to the B. This is going to be a dogfight. Strap in, hold on tight. Here we go, racing with tonight's C main. Oh, Finsel. Oh, look out. Contact there. Terry Landis up into the concrete. He is going to lose a lot of track position, and I don't know if maybe he broke the race car there, but we'll keep an eye on it. He's got to keep it moving because if something happens up ahead of him, he could still be in line to potentially try and steal away a transfer spot. Speaking of transfer spot, Jonathan Short has it right now in that awesome-looking Epsilon Sprint Wraps. Coast-to-coast racing, now paired up with Kreitz Racing sim team. Number 51 brings it off at turn number 4. He'll take over the 3 spot. Now he'll slide Scotty Edwards back to 4. Meanwhile, here comes Finsel on the top side. Finsel working the cushion off at turn number 2. And he's going to try and take away the 4 spot. That top line is definitely preferred as Edwards tries to shut the door on Finsel. But Finsel was there. They'll continue to race on. Edwards is not going to let him have it easy as Edwards now gets into the back bumper of Finsel going into turn number 3. Finsel turns it right back underneath him. Holy cow. We've got 5 laps on the board and 5 to go here in the C main, and now we got more contact. Finsel's in the wall. Scotty Edwards is in the wall. And now here comes Terry Landis trying to take advantage. Edwards is going to have the spot, but the question's going to be, we see the damage on Braden Finsel's machine. The question is, how much damage does Scotty Edwards have, and is it going to impede him for the rest of this race? Because here comes Terry Landis. Landis down to the line here with 3 laps to go. And he is trying ever so hard to catch Scotty Edwards here for that final transfer spot. Landis is going to move all over the racetrack, trying to close in. Now with 2 to go as your race leader, Trevor Gerbeau, slides into turn number 3. So Gerbeau will come down to take the white flag presented by 3-9 Productions as he leads tonight's C main. He has got Jesse Bandy and Jonathan Short in tow, but that's the battle for the transfer spot. Down the back straightaway for the final time as it is Gerbeau taking the win. Bandy is 2nd, Short is 3rd, and Scotty Edwards is going to hold on by the hair on his chinny chin to take that 4th and final transfer spot out of tonight's C main. Folks, you're not going to find a more exciting C main than what you had here tonight, as those are 6 quality cars, and only 4 of them transfer into the B main tonight. So that will bring us to tonight's B main. And unfortunately, 11 cars will start. They were slated to take 12 to the feature, and that was, I think, because of an iRacing bug there. As we've got 11 cars slated to start tonight's Last Chance Showdown. Everybody will transfer. So let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup here for tonight's B main. 12 laps is the distance. Everybody goes to the big show. Donovan Ross out of Burlington, Washington will take it away from the pole position. He'll start alongside the 36 of Barry Goldner out of St. Thomas, Ontario, the Stephen Goldner Racing Ride. Row 2 to the inside will be Jeffrey Barker out of Brewerton, New York. Central New York racer starting alongside the Pink Flyer. Chad Cote out of Welland, Ontario, Canada, the American Dirt Motorsports Dirt Company Media House Ram Designs, number 11. Row number 3 to the inside will be the 97 of Brennan Lacey out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Starting alongside Joe Backus in car number 46 out of Crook, South Dakota. Next row back, row number 4, will be the 81 of Andy Patton. Andy Patton out of Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania, the Duchess Overhead Doors Brew Crew Racing Team, number 81. He'll start alongside Trevor Grabeau out of Rochester, Minnesota. Row number 5 will be Jesse Bandy, the 157 out of Rochester, Minnesota. He'll start alongside Jonathan Short out of Fort Wayne, Indiana in car number 51. And Scotty Edwards in car number 23, taking that 4th and final transfer spot out of tonight's C-Main. He will make up your final starting position. 12 laps is the distance. Everybody goes to the big show. No pressure here. 12-lap warm-up session takes the green here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Oh, look out. We've got them wrecking here right on the opening lap over in turns 3 and 4. Barry Goldner going to slide back all the way to the tail of the field after starting on the outside pole. Everybody gets it sorted out, and they will race on. Now, I say that there's no pressure here because everybody qualifies out of this B-Main tonight, but there's definitely something to race for. And every position you pick up in tonight's B-Main is another position forward that you'll start in the A. So if you see guys racing hard with each other, it's because they want to see what their car can do under feature racing conditions, but they also want to start as far forward as you can in the A-Main, trying to pick up a top 5, maybe a win later on tonight. And look at Chad Cote with the slide for life. He got down in the slick down in turn number 1, and that back end come right around on him. Meanwhile, back up front for the lead, Jeffrey Barker, military veteran out of Brewerton, New York, chasing down the driver out of the state of Washington. They couldn't be any further apart. State of New York versus the state of Washington. And we're seeing it right here in the B-Main. As Barker battles with Donovan Ross. The Devo Transportation, number 5, out of the Radine Racing Sim Racing Concepts team. And now they've got company. Here comes Jesse Bandy down to the inside. The Bandy built race cars. Bioil.com, number 157. Down to the inside of Barker, battling for the 2 spot, but Barker will hold on to it. Barker holding on to the 2 spot down the back straightaway as you watch out the back bumper. You can see Bandy trying to take a peek down to the low side. Couldn't make it happen that time, but Bandy is bringing his teammate Trevor Grabeau with him. Bandy sneaks a peek down to the bottom one more time. Slide job in turn number 4, and you've got a new second place car. But Barker turns it right back underneath him. Can he get the run through the middle? It looks like they'll go wing to wing into turn number 3, but Barker wasn't able to get back by. Bandy will ride the momentum on the top side, coming down to the white flag, presented by 39 Productions, and it is for Donovan Ross. Down the back straightaway, that battle for 2 continues to rage on, but off turn 4, it's the driver of the Devo Transport, all in construction and landscaping, number 5, out of Burlington, Washington, Donovan Ross will win tonight's last chance showdown. So there you have it. Qualifying for the night is now in the books, and we will be ready to go racing here after a 5-minute warm-up session. 5 minutes for these drivers to make their way out onto the racetrack and do a quick 5-minute warm-up with a full fuel load. And while these drivers are out here for their warm-up session, we're going to step aside here and go side by side and hear some good words from our great partners here at GForce TV, the official broadcast partner of the GForce Racing League. Stay tuned. You're watching live coverage from the dirt track at Charlotte.
Introducing GForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForce TV racing leagues. GForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForce TV.
Welcome back, folks, to Concord, North Carolina, here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Week number 7 of the GForce Racing League, Renegades A Division. Competition happening here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Next week, we go to Tony Stewart's Eldora Speedway. Monday, May 4th, Monday, May 11th, we will be heading for the first time to Fairbury Speedway. Cannot wait for that one. A little short track racing here with the 360 sprint cars. And then the week after that, championship night at the Volusia Speedway Park, brought to you by Whispering Pines Gateway, Airbnb, Whispering Pines Getaway Airbnb. Thank you so much to Whispering Pines for coming on board to sponsor championship night here this spring series season. We want to thank Roger Craig, Preston Cranmer, the entire cast and crew here from the GForce Racing League for having us be a part of their racing program here on Monday nights. 39 Productions, of course, is the official streaming provider of the Renegades division for the GForce Racing League. We broadcast on GForce TV. Go to youtube.com/GForce TV, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell while you're there. You'll get mobile notifications or desktop notifications every time we go live with live racing here on GForce TV, or when we post new on-demand content. Got some great things coming up this week on GForce TV. Tonight we bring you coverage of the Renegades division of the GForce Racing League. Friday night we've got Friday Night Excitement with the Washougal Speedway crew, Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey, and Greg from the Washougal announcing crew. Gonna bring you live coverage of the Friday Excitement. That's a great program that puts Washougal drivers, crew members, officials, media members, all racing against one another. And you definitely want to tune into that program, and you want to watch the whole thing through. One of the best races of the night is the street stock race at the end of the night. You don't want to miss that. Now, before Friday, don't forget tomorrow night, Race Rivals Race Chat, right here on GForce TV. You don't want to miss that either. Clinton Jeffrey, Adam Ross talk their way through the week in racing, both on the pavement and dirt level. A lot of exciting coverage here on GForce TV. And then Sunday, our very first race of the Canadian Sim Racing Series. You won't want to miss that. Coverage will start there Sunday night at 9 o'clock right here on GForce TV. All right, A-Main Field starting to line up here on the front straightaway. We're going to go ahead and tell you how they're going to line up. 40 laps is the distance here tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte. And here is your A-Main starting lineup. Kevin Fry aboard car number 20 out of Burleson, Texas. The Splash Haven Pools, the Stair Plumbing, Premier Sim Paints, HMR Circuit of Champions ride. We'll take it away from position number 1 tonight. He'll start alongside Matthew Ramsey in car number 45 out of Fresno, California. The Bob's Dive Shop, NV5 CMIS sponsored, number 45. Row 2 to the inside. Sean Bowers, who transferred out of the Rebels Series race tonight. He will start alongside Brandon Schultz in car number 193, the Vanderbilt Race Cars BuyOil.com ride. Row 3 to the inside will be Fast Lane Snook in the 123. Starting alongside Kyle Moonen in car number 24 out of Lima, Ohio. Next row back will be Stephen Goldner and Preston Cranmer out of Virginia. Next row back will be the 78 of Jack Clevenger out of the state of Washington and Ross Carinta out of Minnesota in car number 10. Jeff Fitzpatrick, John Hine will make up row number 6. Row 7 will be Donovan Ross and Jesse Bandy. Trevor Gerbeau, Jeffrey Barker will make up row 8. Row 9 tonight will be Chad Cote and Andy Patton. Brendan Lacey, Scotty Edwards will make up row number 10. Row 11 will be Joe Backus and Jonathan Short. And rounding out the field tonight in car number 36 is Barry Goldner. Race fans, as they work their way down the back straightaway, my good friend and Land of Legends Raceway Wall of Famer Gary Montgomery would always start the main event at his dirt track this way, and it's how we start the Renegades race. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to sit down and hold on to your seats, because these men, by the grace of God, iRacing and 800 horsepower, are ready to go to work. The Renegades division at Charlotte is green. Oh, baby. Check them out. 2 and 3 wide, racing into your living room, man cave, and the race shop. As this racetrack is wide and racy here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte, home of the World Finals, coming up in November toward the end of the racing season. And out front, it is Kevin Fry, the racing guy, in car number 20, as we watch this battle from 4th on back. Brandon Schultz quickly taking over the 2 spot, and he is now chasing down the 20 of Kevin Fry as Fry almost knocked the turn 4 wall down. You saw him get a little loose coming off of the corner, didn't want to catch the concrete, and he is falling into the clutches of Schultz for the race lead. Schultz down to the bottom, Fry to the top, yellow lights are on, and we'll have to see where they were at the timing loop, but Schultz may have got him for the lead. We'll have to look at timing and scoring here. Here on the iRacing platform, they do revert to timing loops that are strategically placed all around the racetrack, where your local dirt track may use that we go to the last completed lap to determine who the leader was. Here on iRacing, they have timing loops all around the racetrack like you see in the NASCAR series, and you see Brandon Schultz at the top of the leaderboard. Yes, he was the leader at the timing loop. So Brandon Schultz leads here on lap number 5. So score a new race leader here 5 laps into the race. It is Brandon Schultz. Kevin Fry led the first 4 laps of this event. Sean Bowers, a good story there for Bowers, transferred out of the Rebels Series race tonight. And what that is our B League. The Renegades that you're watching here tonight are considered our A League. The Rebels race races at 8:15 on Monday nights. The top 5 drivers get to transfer to run with the big dogs here in the A League. And Bowers is a transfer card tonight, so that's pretty exciting for him to be racing up here with the top dogs of the Renegade Series. Green lights are back on, and Schultz with a monster restart that time. Hit the moisture on the bottom, and he took off like a rocket here at the green flag. Watching Matt Ramsey battling here with Bowers and the 20 of Kevin Fry. Ramsey's got a good run going. He was the benefactor of that big accident in heat race number 2 that took out 4 cars, all 4 of those cars getting upside down. Ramsey took advantage. He won his heat race, started on the outside pole tonight. Currently runs 4th, and the yellow lights are back on. Caution flag for the 2nd time tonight here on lap number 9, and Schultz will come down to put lap number 10 on the board. So yellow lights are on here for the 2nd time tonight. And it looks like Joe Backus may have gotten a piece of that one in that bright green and yellow number 46, driver out of Crook, South Dakota. Back as the Epsilon Sprint wraps, Dakota Ethanol Coast to Coast Racing with Kreitz Racing sim race team. I see we've got more viewers tuning in over here on the YouTube page. Oh, look out. Big accident there. And Chad Cote getting upside down. He landed on his side and he had to get a tow back to the pit area. Once the car goes on its side, when the driver clears their car off of the racetrack, it takes you back to your pit stall, but it makes you sit there for approximately 2 minutes in what iRacing calls towing. So if you have to be towed off the racetrack, it's essentially a 2-minute penalty, and you can't come back out onto the racetrack while that penalty is being served. So quick yellow flags here at Charlotte. Strickland GM Pace Truck pulls off of the racetrack on the back straightaway. Strickland's GM, our presenting sponsor of the Renegades division here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Be sure to stop up and see Rick Scott and all the great staff at Strickland's GM for providing us with live coverage here tonight of the Renegades series. Back to green flag racing, single file restart. Schultz will pull away, but the battle is behind him here from second on back. And it is getting hot and heavy here in the back half of the top 10. Steven Goldner chomping at the bit. He picked up a practice night win here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Had a really quick car. And he is battling Kyle Moonen right now to crack into the top 5, and Goldner will do it. But Moonen turns it back underneath him, and now he's bringing Preston Cranmer with him. Battle is on for positions 5, 6, and 7. Goldner's not going to go away. Goldner puts that right rear Hoosier on the cushion along the concrete. He'll drive around Cranmer. He's trying to drive around Moonen, but Moonen got a pretty good run through the middle of the corner, but here comes Goldner, dancing with the devil on the top side. As Goldner will take away the 5 spot, and now he'll go to work on Matt Ramsey. Goldner about as far to the outside of the racetrack as you can get, and he's taking over 4th. Steven Goldner is on the move. Nobody up on the top side where he's making it work. So Steven Goldner in car number 30 out of Aylmer, Ontario. The Steven Goldner Racing, sponsored number 30, takes over 3rd, and now he's going after Kevin Fry. Fry down to the inside. Look at the right rear tire of Goldner, almost up along the concrete. And now he'll take over the 2 spot. Goldner's up to 2, and he's charging. You'll ride on board with him down the back straightaway. Going to continue to ride that cushion, which got him up to the 2 spot. He's able to keep his momentum up. That time by, the distance was 1.1 seconds. Goldner took 0.2 of a second off the lead of Brandon Schultz. Schultz is working the outside lane, but I think Goldner has got the quicker car right now. And that time, Goldner took 0.3 of a second off the race lead. Meanwhile, Scotty Edwards, that's Preston Cranmer, who started 8th tonight, has gotten into the top 5, and right now he's going after Bowers for 4th. Schultz picked up 0.1 of a second that time on Goldner, as it looks like maybe Goldner's momentum run on the outside may be leveling off here. You ride on board here with Preston Cranmer, the Vice President for Racing Operations, here with the GForce Racing League, working the top side. And boy, look at Trevor Graveau just drive right by, racing through the slick. As you see the dust starting to kick up here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And oh boy, Schultz distanced himself that time, Brad, 1.3 seconds. Oh, look out now, Barker, just as we flipped the angle. No yellow flag, but Barker got in big trouble on the back straightaway last time by. His car was dead sideways in the center of the straightaway, as he is battling hard right there with Jack Clevenger and Jonathan Short. Ross Carinta has slid into position number 4, as Carinta right there just ahead of Trevor Gerbeau. That's the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Boy, Ross Carinta, we haven't talked much about him tonight. He started 10th. He's currently up to 4th. Carinta out of Fisher, Minnesota, the Velocity Race Designs, Easy Ease Auto. JZ iRacing Photos. Number 10, yellow lights are on. Backus came to a stop in turn 4. And that'll put us under the yellow for the 3rd time tonight. Although we got a lengthy green flag run in there. And with a lead of 1.7 seconds, Brandon Schultz says, "You have got to be kidding me." He was putting distance on Steven Goldner before that yellow flag came out. And now that lead is evaporated here, coming up on 10 laps to go. So Brandon Schultz leads them out of St. Paul, Minnesota. In that Vanderbilt race cars, Wagaman Brothers 02 Design, sponsored 193. Schultz racing with a new race team here to start this spring series season. And we're going to take a look at what put us under the yellow flag here. Looks like Barry Goldner and the 46 of Backus got connected there. Oh, and that was right in front of Goldner running second, I believe. Yeah. Backus got a little out of shape after the contact with him and Goldner. And then, Barry Goldner. And then here comes Steven Goldner. Collected Backus up into that and put us under the yellow flag here with coming up on 8 laps to go. So I believe the lights will now go off on the Strickland GM Chevrolet Silverado, and they do. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/GForceTV. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell while you're there so you can get mobile notifications to your mobile device and notifications to your desktop device to know when we go live racing here on GForce TV and when we post new on-demand coverage. Brandon Schultz brings us back to green flag. Can Schultz hold on, or is Steven Goldner going to put a run together to try and steal a win here at Charlotte? Meanwhile, here comes Ross Carinta down to the inside. Look at Roscoe going after the 2 spot. Couldn't make it by that time. He'll tuck back in the line as we now have 6 laps to go here from Concord, North Carolina. 3-9 Productions in works with GForce TV, bringing you live coverage tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte, and it is Brandon Schultz who leads the race now with 5 to go, coming up on 4 laps to go this time by. Schultz took the lead on lap number 5 away from Kevin Fry, and he has led the entire distance from lap 5 on, as we now have just 4 laps to go. Schultz trying to run away with it. 0.6 of a second was the lead last time by. This time by, it is now 0.8 of a second. So he put a little distance on Steven Goldner. Here coming up on 2 laps to go. Dave Farney up on the flag stand. Popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 to go for Brandon Schultz. Can Schultz pick off another one here in the spring series season? Or can Steven Goldner find a little magic here with 1 to go? 0.4 of a mile to go here from the dirt track at Charlotte. White flag is out, presented by 3-9 Productions. And it is for Brandon Schultz down the back straightaway for the final time. The driver out of St. Paul, Minnesota, the Vanderbilt Race Cars. Bioil.com, number 193, takes the checkered flag here at Charlotte. Second across the line is Steven Goldner. Ross Carinta comes home third. Trevor Gerbeau fourth, and Jonathan Short will round out the top 5. Kevin Fry, Sean Bowers, Kyle Moonen, Jeffrey Barker, and Jack Clevenger out of Cedro, Willie, Washington will round out your top 10 finishers here tonight. We will get ready to head trackside and talk to your top 3 finishers here from Charlotte. We'll step aside here and get a word in from one of our great sponsors, and when we come back, we'll talk to your top 3 here from Victory Lane. You're watching live coverage of the GForce Racing League Renegades Division here on GForce TV. Stay tuned.
Introducing GForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForce TV racing leagues. GForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForce TV.
Welcome back, race fans, here to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 3-9 Productions, GForce TV, bringing you live coverage here tonight of the Renegades division for the GForce Racing League. We're going to talk to your top 3 finishers here tonight, and we're going to start it off with third-place finisher Ross Carinta aboard car number 10. Ross, is Steve Ovens in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, man, great job here tonight. A solid effort. Started 10th here and really kind of quietly picked your way through the pack to finish 3rd tonight.
Yeah, the car was set up pretty well just to run right around the middle, kind of throttle it through there and avoid the other.
This racetrack seemed like it was awfully wide and provided a lot of racing grooves for guys to use. Was there one in particular that treated you better than others tonight?
Well, like I said, I kind of stuck to the middle a little bit more. I get a little scared going up on top, but like you said, it was racy. I was able to dive down on the bottom too every once in a while if I had.
Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you do on the iRacing service. I understand that you're quite involved in some of the graphic wrap schemes that help drivers make their cars look as good as they do.
Yeah, so Velocity Race Design, it's me and a partner, a teammate with Twisted Motorsports, Chris Sabaske, that kind of started it up and try to get paints out to people as fast as we can, as cheap as we can, and I really enjoy doing it.
That's got to be something that you get to take a lot of pride in, seeing, guys that have got your guys' wraps on their cars out there doing well on the iRacing service.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty cool. We started this thing and it actually kind of blew up a little bit faster than I thought or kind of hoped actually, but I'm not going to
Awesome, man. Well, a great run to come home in position number 3 tonight. Get on the podium and get to talk to us here in Victory Lane. I see you've got a lot of great folks to help make it happen for that 10 car. Tell us about them.
Oh, yeah. So we got, obviously, Velocity Race Design, which I told you about already. Jay-Z, iRacing Photos. Jeremy Zarfos over there does wonderful pictures. Wicked Cushion Esports. Balducci Trucking, DMB Lawn Care, EZ Automotive, and Dirt Division.
Congratulations on a solid effort tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there's Ross Carinta, comes home in position number 3 here tonight. And a guy that had a fast car last night, and he showed it again here tonight. Stephen Goldner starts seventh, finishes second tonight. Stephen, tell us about your effort here tonight aboard the 30.
It was good. Started off a little rough, but we got to go on. Ran a little bit different setup than we did last night, but I think it worked better. So I should have maybe run that last night, but it is what it is, and happy with second.
Tell us a little bit about your travels toward the front of the pack. You ran that top side and seemed pretty comfortable up there. Sometimes Charlotte gets a little rough on the top side, especially on corner entry. How was it for you tonight?
It was pretty rough up there. Running VR too, like the whole car shakes, so it feels a little bit different than running on a monitor. But we made it work. We couldn't really run the bottom much, so we kind of stuck to the top. But I got it pretty good in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 I struggled a little bit, but it was still pretty good.
Racing here with us on Monday nights with the Renegades division, and I know you've been running quite a bit with the Ashweekend Friday night Excitement. Tell us about how that's been, and it certainly looks like everybody's been having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it's a good deal. They're a lot of fun. The street stock race is pretty interesting, but the sprint car stuff's pretty good too. So it's going pretty good, I guess, right now. We'll see how Lernerville goes on Friday, but it should be good.
How do we feel about Lernerville?
As long as I can keep it on the track, I should be good. But sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's not. We'll have to see.
All right, man. Well, great job here tonight to come home in the 2 spot. Good luck to you at Lernerville on Friday. Tell us about the folks that helped make it happen for the 30 machine.
Just Roger putting this deal on, and Strickland's being on board for it, and you guys for the broadcast, and RK Automotive, and Stephen Goldner Racing.
Great job here tonight, bud.
Thanks a lot.
All right, there's Stephen Goldner coming home in the 2 spot, and we're going to slide right over here to get our winner in victory lane. We'll get a word here with Brandon Schultz, winner tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. And Brandon, tell me about it, man. It seemed like once you got out front, you were there to stay. Working the top side of the racetrack seemed to be treating you pretty well there at the end.
Yeah, we really like this place. The top really suits my driving style here, and tried the bottom in the middle a little bit. Early on in the race, 3 and 4 on the bottom, had some good moisture down there, but we saw Goldner coming quicker and quicker, and I knew he had to be on the top, so I moved up, and we kind of kept a decent gap to him, but I'm pretty sure he was a couple more laps. I think we would have had a really good show. He was fast all night.
Tell me a little bit. I was just talking to Steven about, running the outside here at Charlotte, and sometimes on entry, actually, it seems like it's a characteristic of this place. The entry up top really gets rough and pretty aggressive on corner entry. Kind of walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, so especially if you enter too high, you can hit what I like to call the motocross jumps up there. So you want to enter a little bit lower off the top, because a good entry will 99% of the time mean a good exit. So if you enter too high and you hit them bumps, more than likely it's going to push the car down the track, and then you're going to be losing grip coming off the turn. So yeah, you just want to enter it just a little bit off the top, and like I said, try to get a good entry, and you'll have a good exit.
And really keep that momentum up. I mean, sometimes when you guys run the top and run the wall here, it looks like you couldn't fit a sheet of paper between that right rear Hoosier and the wall, but that seems to be, especially late in the race, that seems to be the fast way around here.
Yeah, and like you said, you hit it on the head, the momentum thing. You can keep running the top lap after lap and keep building that top speed getting into the corner. If you can keep that up and keep your consistency up, you're gonna turn really quick laps, and that's the best thing you can do in a race like this.
Since you guys formed up Vanderbilt Race Cars team, it just really, things seem to be rolling pretty well for you guys. I see Trevor moved up from 15th all the way to 4th. You've got drivers, scattered through the field here tonight. How have things been going here for Vanderbilt Race Cars?
Oh, they've been going awesome. Everybody on the team I know personally, we're all good friends. So it's awesome when you can race with, some of your best friends and also go and see them whenever you want. So that's a really cool deal. But yeah, Trevor, one of these days is going to really show what he has, because like I tell everybody, Trevor is super fast. One of these days he's definitely gonna get one. He's right there. He just needs to run a couple more laps during the week time, and he'll be in victory lane.
Awesome, man. A solid effort for you guys tonight. And I know there's a lot of people that help make it happen. Go ahead and tell us about some of those.
I just got to thank Jesse Bandy for all the setup work he does every night. Jeff Fitzpatrick, Trevor Graybow, Kyle Moonen, JP, just all the guys on the team do an awesome job. I got to thank BuyOil.com, Benny Built Race Cars, and Next Level Designs. Jim Emery does awesome work, and thank you guys for streaming tonight and the fans for coming out. Hopefully we put on a show, and I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Sounds good, man. Congratulations to you here on a big win here at the Dirt Track of Charlotte. I know it's a favorite of yours on tour. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, there's Brandon Schultz, your big winner here tonight at the Dirt Track at Charlotte, and that is going to do it for GForce TV's coverage of the GForce Racing League Renegades division here live from the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Want to thank everybody from the GForce Racing League, Roger Craig, Preston Cranmer, the entire cast and crew. You can find them online at GForce RL, standing for GForce Racing League. That's GForceRL.com is where you can find them online. You can find GForce TV on YouTube, youtube.com/GForce TV. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get those mobile notifications to let you know when we're going racing. Want to thank Strickland's GM out of Brantford, Ontario, Canada, our presenting sponsor here, and Whispering Pines Airbnb Getaway that will sponsor Championship Night coming up. That is going to do it for live coverage here from the Dirt Track at Charlotte. On behalf of our executive producer, Brad Ovens in the 3-9 Production Studios, my name is Steve Ovens, saying thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next Monday night at the Eldora Speedway for round number 8 of the GForce Racing League Renegades Spring Series season. From Concord, North Carolina, congratulations to Brandon Schultz, winner of the GForce Racing League Renegades division. Good night, everybody.
This is a copyrighted production of 3-9 Production, www.39designcompany.com, and may not be rebroadcast, replicated, or saved in any media without the explicit written permission of 3-9 Productions. The opinions expressed in this programming are those of the host, co-host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect those of the management and/or ownership of either 3-9 Productions, the advertisers, or our marketing partners.
Introducing GForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForce TV racing leagues. GForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForce TV.